Moravian College men's cross-country team laced up the running shoes on Saturday at the NCAA Division III Mideast Regional Qualifier at Lehigh University. It was the end of the 2013 season for the Moravian Harriers, except for one hound. Junior Dillon Farrell, the fastest man in Moravian history, qualified for nationals for the second straight year with an 11th place finish. His time of 25:02 on the 8,000-meter course was the third fastest time in the school record books, coming in only behind Dillon Farrell, and you guessed it, Dillon Farrell. Early on, Farrell is in the lead pack, but falls back between the 4th and 5th miles as he tries to claw back to the front. Freshman Corey Taggart was the second hound finisher, coming in at 27:32. Another rookie, Andrew Reed, set a personal record in the 8K as he finished his season on a fast note. It was a dash for a top 10 spot at the finish line, and Farrell is just edged, but his time is good enough for a trip to nationals in Indiana on Saturday.
It was exciting last year because I didn't make it as a freshman due to having mono my freshman year, so it was exciting to go last year just because it was kind of on the border whether or not I was going to make it. So this year I kind of had it in my head that I definitely was, but I mean going to nationals is never a small deal, so it was exciting to make it and kind of get to see where you stand on the national set.
I told him he was getting pretty amped up before the meet. He really wanted to try and be top 3. I was like, let's just temper enthusiasm, kind of save some of our energy for when it really counts next week when we're hopefully shooting for All-American. My
goal was to kind of just sit in the top pack, but not sort of near the front, just because I don't like to be seen as a threat early in the race. So I was actually near the front at the first mile, and then as the race kind of progressed, I kind of having little things started happening with like my legs, my lungs. I swallowed a bug at one point. So little things kind of kept happening, and I dropped back further than I expected, but about 3 miles into the race, I kind of realized that as long as I'm sitting where I was at that point, I was going to make it, so I just kind of tried to maintain that spot.
Really, the goal last year is to try and be All-American. That never changes. He's someone, our region is extremely talented for individuals. Like I said, there's probably the top 3 people in our region. I wouldn't be surprised if they're top 5 at nationals. Not a guarantee, but there's that kind of talent there, so if he can be in the hunt in our region, be as placing as high as he did, we can be looking at trying to place the top 35 when we get to nationals in about 5 days here.
Me and my coach kind of have this philosophy where once you're within 10 days of a race, there's nothing you can do to get in better shape. You can only make things worse for yourself. So one thing that we kind of didn't adhere to last year was that we kept the workouts at pretty high intensity last year, and I kind of think that tired me out for the race last year. So our goal this year is to try to maintain the level of fitness that I've built up to this point without actually losing any. We're not going to get in any better shape. We're not going to be hammering out workouts. Our goal is more mentally just to kind of prepare for it, to try to stay relaxed and not to kind of bug myself out, because that's what's really going to hurt in the long run.
The future looks bright for the men's program as a trio of freshmen in Taggart, Reed, and Mitchell showed promise in one of the biggest races of the year. Not to mention, Farrell will be back for a senior year.